Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your week in NFTs on Monday, the 29th of November 2021. Key events this week include how the story of Ethereum is getting the movie as well as NFT treatment, $2.5 million purchase of virtual land in Decentraland, and Adidas partners with Coinbase for an upcoming drop. We saw $380 million of NFT sales this week, which was a decrease of just shy of 40% on last week, with an average price of just over $3,100. So the Infinite Machine, which is a book by Camilla Russo, founder of the Defiant news website and media company, it's basically a story about the history of Ethereum. And this week she announced that it's going to be made into a film, and there's going to be an NFT driven community to back it up. And so the idea here is that they're going to have an NFT collection that's made available on Ethereum that people can actually purchase. And this will be people who actually pre-ordered the book originally, they'll get priority access to it, and people before everyone else. And the idea though behind the NFT sale is that of course it will help fund the creation of the film as well, and no doubt offer perks as well for owners of the NFTs. She's partnering with a number of artists as well there in terms of designing them, and I think that it's only this week they've closed off the submissions from potential artists, so no doubt there'll be a really interesting mix of NFTs to back it up. So it's definitely going to be a fun project to watch unfold there. A Canadian investment company has bought $2.5 million worth of virtual real estate in Decentraland. And so this is a Canadian investment firm called tokens.com. They purchased these on Decentraland this week. They purchased this through the virtual real estate firm called the Metaverse Group, who offers virtual land development services for clients. And it's equivalent to 6,000 square feet of physical land, which is basically just over, it was 1.3 basketball courts. And so it's fun to see this space really taking off here. Decentraland's really positioned itself well as being one of the really leading kind of metaverse projects on the blockchain as such. And we've spoken previously about companies buying sites for shopping malls and so on. And so seeing what they plan to do with it, it's not exactly clear yet, but it just shows how much interest there is in this these virtual meta spaces, so to speak. There was also a Axie Infinity plot of virtual land that sold for $2.4 million, and this was actually in the Axie Infinity NFT game as well. So it was just shy of what happened on the Decentraland there, but again it just shows it's going crazy at the moment as well. Niantic has raised $300 million to build out a real world metaverse, and so they actually spun out of Google in 2015 with a Series A backed by Google, of course, Nintendo, and the Pokemon Group. And so there's some really interesting investors there, and what they want to do is they want to really now double down on building out a real world metaverse. And they don't want to have people being stuck to a VR headset as such. So I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about Niantic over the coming months here. Again, it's just this space is heating up more and more. PARSIQ has partnered with OpenSea. OpenSea is the leading digital collectibles marketplace, and what they want to do is enhance the NFT experience there. And so what they're going to do is they're creating an integration between their platforms that will enable people to monitor NFT collections, and also provides like social sort of functionality as well. So the intent there is that people can kind of link in with Telegram, Discord, Google Sheets, and other things, and they can just make it more easier basically to have integrations between activities that are actually happening on the OpenSea marketplace, and people being able to track them in other ways. Twitter and Discord, they're going to be supporting a Solana NFT gallery embed via the Audius Web 3 platform. So Audius is like a Web 3 streaming music platform where they do everything using the blockchain there. And what they want to do is they've added this embeddable functionality, so people can actually basically use the Phantom wallet, which is a leading crypto wallet on the Solana network, and they can basically embed collectibles that they own as these Solana NFTs that are tied in with Audius. And so with these NFTs, they'll basically be able to embed them on profiles on these different platforms there. And so Audius has had a lot of traction this week with there's a number of mainstream mainstream artists making use of it, including Katy Perry, Nas, and the Chainsmokers, and has grown significantly this year. Rarible are adding a messenger feature to their NFT marketplace. And so with Rarible Messenger, what it's going to enable prospective buyers and sellers to do is actually communicate with one another, basically. And so rather than forcing users to go away from the platform, go into a Discord channel or Telegram or email, the idea here is that they'll actually have the functionality on the site there. This idea of incorporating social into the crypto world is something that's kind of is gaining a bit of momentum here, but it's still the early days. So the idea though is that if you can think about a wallet like an account that you have on a platform, for instance, so there's many different platforms that people can communicate with each other. Of course, a widely cited one would be Facebook. It provides plumbing for that, so you can connect with people and so on. With wallet technology that these blockchain platforms use, the idea of being able to actually communicate with other wallets is something that's quite powerful, because there isn't really a way of doing that right now. And so Rarible adding this feature there, it's certainly a step in that direction, and it'll definitely be like a technology to watch there. Panini have announced that they're going to be launching some trading cards with the National Football League. And so what they're going to have is player collectible card packs as NFTs. And so these will be available as individual cards or in packs on Panini's own private blockchain platform. So they're not working with any of the well-known public platforms at this point, but given Panini's market share in this space, they can probably get away with providing their own blockchain platform. But of course, we'll have to see how that pans out with respect to interoperability and so on. Finally, as well, Dapper Labs, they've unveiled the football version of their NBA Top Shots. And so they've also got a deal with the National Football League that we spoke about previously, where they're going to have what they're calling NFL all day. And no doubt, like Top Shots, it'll be these clips of famous NFL plays and moments that people can actually purchase as NFTs on the platform. Top Shots have been incredibly popular there before, so no doubt they're taking the same formula there to open it up to fans of the NFL. Oh, and sorry, there is one other thing, and that's Adidas, of course. They've announced a partnership with Coinbase. What they've said basically is that, well, it's not clear exactly what's going to be happening, but it was on Twitter. Adidas said we've partnered with Coinbase, and then Coinbase replied GM Adidas Originals. For those of you who haven't been following NFTs recently, there's GM is really widely been adopted by the NFT community. Is just a way of saying good morning to people, but it also implies that you're very into your NFTs and just a big believer in the overall space there. So it's a sign anyway that they are very kind of bullish on NFT technology. There isn't more information about it as such, but no doubt there'll be some sort of NFT tie-in here. And Coinbase, we know, is going to be launching an NFT platform in the coming months as well. So I'm sure something will be popping up there. That's all we have this week for our week in NFTs. If you're interested in the key events across enterprise blockchain protocols, crypto or DeFi, do check out our other This Week in Blockchain episodes too. Finally, also just to let you know, I've recently written a book, The Blockchain Innovators Handbook, which is going to be available for purchase in the coming weeks. So the Blockchain Innovators Handbook is intended for business leaders who want to be able to adopt blockchain technology and find new opportunities for their business and ensure that they can become the disruptors rather than being disrupted by the Web3 and all of the changes that are coming with it. If you want to learn more about it, do head to web3labs.com/innovators. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.